Hey everyone, welcome to the channel, and today we are going to do a review on this ID Cooling AURAFLOW 120. So this is a small thing about the company. It's from Shenzhen. It started at Shenzhen, China. So this is a very interesting company, and the price for this thing is only $62. You can find it at Sim Square, or it boasts about having RGB and high performance palm design. Out of the box you get manuals, the radiator fan, mounting hardware, thermal compound, and an RGB controller with some splitters. The radiator is made out of metal, and it comes with braided cables with a very powerful pump made out of plastic, and an RGB header with a 3-pin plug for power. It comes with an RGB splitter from a 1 RGB header to 4. The build quality is extremely good with a metal radiator and a plastic pump which has a matte finish on it. All specs about this liquid cooler is compatibility for Intel sockets up from 2066 to 2011 to 1366, 1151, which is quite a recent one, 1150, 1155, 1156, 775. And for AMD is AM4, the most recent one, FM2 plus, FM2, FM1, AM3 plus, AM3, AM2 plus, AM2. Total TDP is 150 watts. Radiator dimensions are seen over here. Radiator material is aluminium, and tube material is premium sleeve tubing. Tube length is 315 millimeters, and this is the motor block dimension over here, which is the pump. The plate contact to your CPU is copper. The pump current is 0.25 amps. Pump speed is 2100 RPMs. Ceramic bearing, and is rated for 50,000 hours operating. Noise decibel is 25 dB. Here you can see fan dimensions, a traditional 120 fan. The radiator also fits at 120, and fan speed is 7 to 18,000 RPMs. Max airflow 17.5 CFM. And you can see max static pressure. Static pressure is basically the amount of resistance, air resistance through the radiator. So it's just telling you the hydraulic bearing of the fan. So that's about it. Very interesting specs. And it has compatibility between Asus Aura Sync, MSI Mystic Light, and Gigabyte RGB Fusion ready. So over here you can see here's the main mounting plate that goes behind your motherboard. The instructions will tell you that this one here, this smaller hole over there, is for AM4. Then here, I think the sides here are for Intel. So yeah, this is the mounting plate that goes behind the motherboard. I like it how it's insulated so that the vibrations from the pump will not get affected, will not affect your system and make unnecessary vibrations. This one here is for AM4. This one here is for your Intel. It comes pre-installed with Intel, so you have to remove the screws, then install the AMD ones. I like it how it comes with thermal compound, because sometimes we don't really have time to buy thermal compound, so it's nice that they come provided with it. This screws over here goes with this screws here will thread through the small holes here. Then this one will secure it into the motherboard, this one here. Oh. Was this screw all this in? Okay. So yeah, you need to pop out your own washer thing like this. The washers are in here, you pop them out. And then you slot them into the holes at the bottom. Wow, you stole my biscuits. Then you just... But how much are you supposed to thread all the way though? This is a bit unclear.
I think that's all the way.
All the way, okay. I did all the way for this. So here's where your AM4 mounting plate will go on to. You have to remove your original AM4 fittings for the Ralph cooler first. Then you have to install this cooler's one. So you have to install it here. Maybe this clips over here for AMD, and this one here for Intel. So once you already have this and this threaded through the hole, and this one securing it to the motherboard, you take this block with this fitting for AMD, and then you thread it with this bolt over here until it comes tight. No, it should be the one inside one, because you thread the ones inside. There we go.
Oh yeah.
Alright, I think it's down on the CPU. Oh yeah, it's down there. Yes. Yeah, secure the T-nuts.
Yes.
What?
Okay, nothing.
Pokes a hole through my motherboard, no big deal. Oh, drops it on the motherboard, yeah. But the downside is I wish there's like those type of like you can tighten as much as you want, then it will tell you when to stop. I prefer if it has that, right? So it's a bit safer so you don't like punch a hole through your motherboard. So once you do that, you have to install the fan. So here is where your fan brackets will be. The RGB lights out is intake for the fan, so you want to be facing that out and it will blow through the radiator. So for fan you use these screws, and then you use these screws over here to, one side will screw to the fan, this side will screw to your case, and then it will mount it there using friction. Okay, so let's talk about the lighting over here. You can see the fan. This is the fan that comes included with the ID cooling 120 AURAFLOW. So yeah, you see it's not really as bright compared to this Cooler Master ones over here. Like this one here, you can see it's more even. The light of the fan is evenly distributed compared to this. I like the water block. No, the water block is properly done. The dissipation of the LED light is perfect, but you can see the fans, well, not really the best. You would still be better off getting a Cooler Master one and installing it on there. It's rather dim and not really well spread out. You can see from here, but it does dissipate the heat very well. Here's all the CPU heat at the back of the case, and it's like this thick, quite good. Overall, I find this cooler really good. The instructional manuals come in English and Chinese in case you can't read English, and the steps are quite easy to follow as long as you read which holes you're supposed to thread the super long silver bolts through. Other than that, it's quite okay. You just follow the steps. It's quite straightforward. Installation for me took around like 10 minutes. For the AMD platform, you just remove the original mounting brackets that comes with all AMD motherboards, and then you can mount this liquid cooler onto it. I must say though, when you first turn it on, you hear like a lot of water flowing through the system, and then the pump makes a lot of noise. That's it trying to suck up the water and start circulating when you first get it. The inclusion of a RGB splitter is also really good, because sometimes you have not enough RGB headers for fans in case you're getting the 240 version, but there's only one fan and then one RGB from the fan and one RGB from the pump. So yeah, the inclusion of the RGB header and the inclusion of a manual controller in case your motherboard doesn't support the RGB, which is really good, because then they thought of all the factors that could stop people from buying it, and it's very cheap, so the price is really competitive towards Cooler Masters. So I would say go ahead, buy this cooler. If you like this video, that's about it. If you like this video, leave a like, subscribe, share, comment down below, and we'll see you guys next time on another review.